The No Apologies Guide to Self-Assurance in Meetings, brought to you by Lux von Zollern, the maker of exclusive garments for successful women, available at the website lvzprestige.com. Think Lux von Zollern when you wish to amplify your executive impact in high-stakes business environments. If you've ever started a sentence in a meeting with, "I'm sorry, but," or felt your stomach drop when a coworker interrupted you mid-point, welcome to the club. The truth is, meetings are the gladiator arena of corporate life, a place where power dynamics, egos, and ambition collide. But here's the good news. You don't need a loud voice or a sharp suit to dominate the room. You need confidence, strategy, and a no apologies mindset that ensures you're heard, respected, and impossible to ignore. Ditch the apologies, unless you actually owe one. Let's start with the biggest confidence killer: unnecessary apologies. If you're constantly prefacing your ideas with, "Sorry, this might be a dumb question," or "I'm sorry, but I just think," you're handing over your power on a silver platter. Apologizing for existing in the room signals insecurity and undermines your credibility, even when your ideas are brilliant. Replace weak openers with assertive ones. Instead of saying, "I'm sorry, but I have a suggestion," try, "Here's what I propose." Instead of, "This might sound silly," say, "I'd like to explore this idea further." Speak with conviction, and watch how people take you more seriously. And if someone interrupts you, don't let them steamroll you. Politely but firmly reclaim your space with phrases like, "I'd like to finish my thought," or "I'll hand it over to you in just a moment. Let me complete this point first." Master the power of preparation. Confidence doesn't just appear magically. It's built. And when it comes to meetings, preparation is your secret weapon. Knowing your stuff not only boosts your self-assurance, but also makes it harder for anyone to dismiss you. Before the meeting, do your homework. Review the agenda, anticipate questions, and prepare your points with precision. Better yet, rehearse your main ideas so they roll off your tongue effortlessly. Confidence isn't just about what you say, it's about how you say it. A well-prepared speaker exudes authority, even if their voice isn't the loudest in the room. Arm yourself with data. Facts and figures are like armor in a meeting. They make your arguments bulletproof. And if someone challenges you, smile, share your evidence, and enjoy the look on their face when they realize they underestimated you. Speak with intention and impact. Here's the thing. The way you deliver your message matters just as much as the message itself. If you ramble, over-explain, or bury your main point in a sea of qualifiers, your brilliance gets lost in translation. Practice speaking with clarity and brevity. Start with your key point, then expand if necessary. For example, instead of saying, "I was kind of thinking that maybe we could consider doing X because it might help with Y," say, "I recommend we do X because it directly addresses Y." See the difference? Clear, confident, and straight to the point. And let's talk about tone. Avoid upspeak, ending sentences like a question when they're not, and filler words like like, or, Instead, pause when you need to gather your thoughts. Silence isn't awkward, it's powerful. Use body language to command the room. Your words are important, but your body language often speaks louder. Slouching, fidgeting, or avoiding eye contact can make you seem unsure, even if your ideas are gold. The goal is to project authority without saying a word. Sit or stand tall with your shoulders back and your chin up. Make steady eye contact when you speak. It signals confidence and invites others to pay attention. And don't forget your hands. Gesturing naturally as you talk helps emphasize your points and makes you appear more engaged. Claim your space. Don't huddle over your notes or shrink into your chair. Spread out your materials, take up room at the table, and own your physical presence. You're not an extra in this meeting, you're a key player. Leverage strategic pauses. There's nothing more powerful than a well-timed pause. When used strategically, silence can emphasize your point, create anticipation, and demand attention. After sharing a key point, pause for a moment before continuing. This gives your words time to sink in and signals that you're confident enough to let the silence work for you. If someone interrupts during your pause, smile and say, "I wasn't finished yet." Polite, but with just enough edge to make them think twice next time. Build alliances in the room. You're not in this alone. Building relationships with colleagues who respect and support you can amplify your voice and create a sense of camaraderie in meetings. Before the meeting, touch base with a trusted colleague and share your key points. Ask for their support if needed, whether it's backing up your idea or redirecting the conversation if someone tries to derail you. Having an ally in the room can boost your confidence and make it easier to navigate tricky dynamics. Meetings don't have to be a battleground where your voice gets drowned out. By ditching unnecessary apologies, preparing like a pro, and owning your presence, you can walk into any room with the confidence of a CEO. Remember, self-assurance isn't about being the loudest. It's about speaking with clarity, conviction, and purpose. Handle pushback like a pro. Pushback is inevitable, especially in competitive environments. Whether it's an overzealous colleague challenging your idea or a boss questioning your proposal, how you respond will either solidify your authority or weaken it. Don't take pushback personally. It's not about you. It's about the idea. Respond with curiosity, not defensiveness. If someone challenges you, say, "That's an interesting perspective. Can you elaborate?" Or, "I see your point. Here's why I think this approach works best." This shifts the conversation from confrontation to collaboration, putting you firmly in control. If the pushback feels like an attack, stay calm and factual. For example, "I understand your concern, but the data supports this approach. Let's discuss how we can address any gaps you see." Confidence, not combativeness, is your superpower. Conquer groupthink with strategic courage. Groupthink, the silent killer of creativity and innovation, can turn a meeting into a bland echo chamber. If everyone nods in agreement while you silently think, "This won't work," it's time to speak up. Frame your dissent as a contribution, not a criticism. Instead of, "This is a terrible idea, try. That's an interesting approach. Can we also consider alternative idea to address specific challenge?" By positioning your input as additive rather than oppositional, you'll encourage open discussion without alienating anyone. Timing is key. If you sense hesitation in the room, that's your moment to chime in. It seems like we're all aligned on this, but before we move forward, could we explore potential risks or alternatives? You've just positioned yourself as the thoughtful, strategic voice in the room. Harness the power of storytelling. Facts and data are essential, but a good story is what makes people remember your points long after the meeting ends. Storytelling isn't just for bedtime. It's one of the most effective ways to inspire and persuade in the workplace. When presenting an idea, anchor it in a relatable narrative. For example, instead of saying, "This process will improve efficiency by 20%, say, "Imagine if we could free up 2 hours a week for everyone on the team. Here's how this process can make that happen." A story makes your idea tangible and resonates emotionally, ensuring it sticks. And don't be afraid to weave in a little humor, appropriately, of course. A lighthearted comment can make you more relatable and put the room at ease. Just make sure it's relevant and never at anyone else's expense. Navigate interruptions like a boss. Interruptions can feel like mini power plays, but how you handle them speaks volumes about your confidence. Whether it's a well-meaning colleague or a serial interrupter, you deserve to finish your thought. Reclaim your space with grace. Say, "I'd like to finish my point, and then I'd love to hear your thoughts." Or simply hold up a hand and say, "One moment, please. I'm almost done." The key is to stay calm and composed, making it clear that your voice matters without escalating the situation. If interruptions are chronic, team up with an ally in the room. Agree to back each other up if one of you is cut off. For example, your ally could say, "I think she was about to finish. Let's hear her out." Instant support, instant credibility. Leave a lasting impression. What happens after the meeting is just as important as what happens during it. To ensure your ideas gain traction, follow up strategically. Send a concise summary email outlining key points, decisions, and next steps. For example, "Hi team, great discussion today. As a recap, we agreed to move forward with initiative. Next steps include specific actions. Let me know if I missed anything." This positions you as a proactive leader and reinforces your contributions without sounding self-congratulatory. Plus, It gives you a written record of the meeting's outcomes, always a smart move in competitive environments. Cultivate your inner confidence. No matter how much you prepare or strategize, meetings can still be nerve-wracking. The ultimate secret to self-assurance? Cultivating confidence from within. Develop a pre-meeting ritual that calms your nerves and boosts your confidence. Maybe it's listening to a power anthem, doing a 2-minute power pose, or reciting a mantra like, "I deserve to be here, and my voice matters." Whatever works for you, make it a habit. And remember, confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about trusting yourself enough to speak up, even if your voice shakes. The more you practice, the stronger your inner confidence will grow. Meetings are an opportunity to showcase your brilliance, build your reputation, and drive meaningful change if you approach them with strategy and confidence. By handling pushback with poise, breaking through groupthink, and using tools like storytelling and follow-ups, you'll become a force to be reckoned with in any room. Remember, self-assurance isn't about dominating others. It's about owning your voice, standing your ground, and contributing meaningfully. With these strategies in your toolkit, you won't just survive meetings, you'll thrive in them. Now go forth, unapologetic and unstoppable. The room is yours. Brought to you by Lux von Zollern, the maker of exclusive garments for successful women, available at the website lvzprestige.com. Think Lux von Zollern when you wish to amplify your executive impact in high-stakes business environments.